Hey, this is Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Shermann from Shermann.
It's awesome to be speaking to you today. The new EP, Satan's Tomb, is phenomenally epic. Can you give me your thoughts as a release date isn't that far away?
Yeah, it's 3 weeks away. It's October 2nd, and everyone in the band are extremely excited to have it out and out to the fans. We did this like trailer, like samplers, and you know, so far we had a phenomenal response, even though it was like small snippets of a few songs, just to to get people an idea of what this is all about. And so far we cross our fingers, and because I mean, for me and Michael, this is like, basically starting over exactly the same feel when we did Merciful Fate. We started with the release of an EP, like the Nuns of No Fun mini album, and I mean, this is basically what we're doing here, and also music-wise, it's classic old school metal, inspired from all the British band from the late 70s and 80s, like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Saxon, and all the bands like that. Of course, Merciful Fate, I mean, that's almost a guaranteed component in our music.
Absolutely. I mean, listening to the EP, Out of This World, is brilliant. Can I ask you, was it an easy process to find the right vocalist for your band?
Funnily enough, I mean, even before, when me and Michael decided, hey Michael, let's do a band, because now it's time, I feel good, I'm in good shape, and we did those Merciful Fate videos, where we basically honored or celebrating ourselves, 30th anniversary of Melissa and Don't Break the Oath.
Uh-huh.
And then we decided to take it a step further, and even before we were talking too much into vocalist, Sean Peck sent me a message and say, hey, this is Sean. I'm the singer of an American band called Cage. If you would need a singer, I would certainly be interested. And then say, wow, of course, Sean. I mean, he's this high screamer and all that. And since both me and Michael are really big Judas Priest fans, especially from the 70s up to Killing Machine. I mean, and obviously if Merciful Fate material. I mean, this could be a perfect fit. So we sent him a track that I already had done, and within a day or two, he already had really cool ideas, and that was actually for the title track, Satan's Tomb. And from there on, we didn't stop at all. So we just continued until the 4 tracks were completed.
Did you all contribute to the songwriting processes then, or was that primarily Sean's ideas and themes?
No, I mean, all the music are basic, are guaranteed composed by me almost, as well as in the Good Day of Merciful Fate. I mean, so I'm the composer and, kind of arranger and stuff like that. Sean does, obviously, all his lyrics and his vocal ideas, and then me and Sean kind of, talk a little about some vocal arrangements and stuff like that. So basically, it's like we are the main drivers, power behind the songwriting, and then the others contribute more, like when it's actually recorded. I mean, Snowy did his like composing on the drums. Of course, he had some ideas from my pre-recorded loops, but then Snowy kind of transformed that into his style and to his idea of arrangements on the drums. And the same with Michael. He's more like focus on his solo themes and his leads.
Sean Peck is an amazing vocalist with Cage and Death Dealer. Have you actually seen him playing live?
Yeah, he actually reminded me that we once played together, and I think it was either in 2003 where I had this other band with Michael Denner called Force of Evil, and we played in Cleveland. It might have been there, or it could have been in 2005 at the Hellfest or something, Earthshaker Fest in Germany with Manowar. I think that's actually where it was, and I know the only recollection I have is like this high-pitched screamer, and since I'm a big Rob Halford fan from the early Priest, I say, wow,
Yeah.
he really got some cool pipes.
He certainly has. There will be an album release then in the future, quite possibly soon, after the EPs come out, obviously.
I can hereby reveal that that is very much what's going to happen, because we are already 6 to 7 songs into the album writing. So, and if everything goes according to the plan, and if Metal Blade are backing up that idea, we would like to have it released in May 2016. So what happened was, like, we finished off. I mean, me and Sean was really on a wave. And then the fourth, the 4 songs for the EP was done, completed, mixed and mastered, and basically we just continued to compose. And I kept, spitting, riffs and parts at him, and all that good work is like having us at about 6 or 7 songs that are phenomenal. I can't wait to get those out as well. But I mean, and I would think that we were probably, trying to go for 8 or 9 songs, because I don't like albums with too many songs on them anyway. So I think we're about 1 to 2 months away from the complete writing of the album, and then we, by the end of the year, hopefully can start do the basic tracking and get that going.
How pleased are you with Metal Blade Records, and will the album be getting released on their label?
Yeah. My relationship with Metal Blade Records goes back, since to the early 90s, where we secured a recording contract with Merciful Fate, which is still active to this day, and we still have one album left on that agreement. And while we were recording the EP, not having a label, suddenly we got connected with Metal Blade again, and they really loved the stuff and were interested to sign us. And then with a few lawyers, Forth and Peck and all that, then everything was approved, and the contract were executed, and here we are. And they are one of the bigger labels, because nowadays it's almost impossible to start as a new label. Metal Blade has been going with the flow, how the new digital world kind of works and operates, and so they have. So we are very confident in them supporting us, and if not, we will raise hell.
Would you ever consider doing a concept album at some point?
That certainly takes the singer being into this like fantasy crazy universe, and Sean is for sure, I mean, a man for that. I mean, he has so many layers of lyrical subject that he likes to write about. But honestly, I don't think that the Shermann band are into that concept.
Okay.
I mean, I know that many bands have tried it. The latest with the Judas Priest, they did it a few albums ago, I think. And yeah, it is like a challenging thing, but it really requires like top-notch songs and the right lyrics and everything. But at this point, no.
Yeah, I only ask because there's been a few concept albums out recently that I've reviewed and sort of thought, they're really good. Operation Mindcrime.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Tate, really very good. Yeah, very good. Well, so are there plans to do a tour for Dennis Shermann? And if you were to do a tour, would you combine some songs from your time with Merciful Fate and King Diamond?
Yeah, our manager is now basically just waiting to get the EP out in order to get a better chance of securing a string of shows, different countries maybe, and also trying to get on board some of the good festivals for 2016. Of course, every band in the world wants to do the same, but I think we need to have the EP out, so maybe especially club owners and stuff have a chance to hear what Dennis Shermann is all about. We already at this point have offered some co-headliners for some 2016 tours, but shows. But at this point, we are taking it easy with that until we know what's going on. And as far as like the songs played live, since like we will likely be going out live before the album is released in May or maybe early June, then we obviously have to play tracks from the upcoming album, and that should be interesting to test the songs that way. Also, as for Merciful Fate, King Diamond, I mean, it's almost like a big disappointment for any spectators or any fan going to the shows if we didn't pull off a song or two. So for sure we have talked about doing a few Merciful Fate songs, and also doing one King Diamond song in the aspect that Michael Denno did co-wrote I think 6 or 7 songs with King Diamond. Otherwise we wouldn't have done it though. So with the relation from Michael being in King Diamond, I think it's appropriate to do it.
Yourself and Michael Denner are without doubt two of the most accomplished guitarists in metal. What keeps you both motivated and still kicking ass in 2015?
Whoa, for me personally, I just like to the challenge of maybe getting better. On the solo side, I think I have improved a lot, from back in the 80s and all that. But I just like to compose, write music, and to record it, and especially live. Even though it has been some time since we have been out touring, though. But so I have that flame, the musical flame inside me. Some people might last 5-10 years, and then they due to the difficult task it is to make a business out of being a musician, many people can both be like serious job and then try to have be a serious musician. But Michael, Michael is very lucky because he has a vinyl shop in Copenhagen. So he's dealing with music all day long, and also since he's a natural born musical talent, it comes very easy to him. So whenever he picks up the guitar, it just sounds phenomenal. Very musical, very tasteful. Whereas for my playing style and my kind of talents, I have to work harder for it. I have to practice. And especially on the timing and all that, but I think that we complement each other really well because I'm aggressive, Michael is a musical, tasteful guy, so that's perfect.
After such a phenomenal career, what has been the biggest highlight, or has it yet to happen?
I think that I wouldn't know if any big highlights that I would consider would happen in the future, but the impact that being in Merciful Fate, being like 22 years old, 23 years old, and so on, 24 years old maybe, and going to the your first US tour, for instance, just to give you an example. It could also be the first time we went to UK, we went to London, the first time we went to England, London. And we recorded 4 tracks in the BBC studios that still exist to this day. That was really also a great highlight. And even though today, and we did the Metallica thing. When me and King played with Metallica, we have been playing with them many times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I think that the biggest impact is when we were younger. That really stands to this day to me, some of the early Merciful Fate experiences, especially concerts. And that could be the UK. I think we played 2 concerts in London back in '83 or something like that. That was pretty fun. There was this club called Moon Club, and I think there was about 10 people attending the show. So So from that point, we really had to work hard on UK after that. But yeah, well, but it was a good show though.
It's a description of Satan's tomb.
Oh, I mean, this is like the territory of Sean Peck, but I mean, lyrically wise, he's like. He's going a lot of places. He can be inspired, maybe seeing like a superstar power movie, you know, like with some heroes. I mean, then he can get inspired writing some lyrics surrounding or including kind of that universe. Also, he's a big fan of comic heroes, comic books, so that's also part of his universe. And also, he has all the more like occult, devilish, you know, area, like with H.P. Lovecraft as an inspiration, like many other songwriters and lyricists has. So that's basically, I mean, like Satan being locked down and, you know, getting back to life and taking revenge and all that. As for the music, for the music on Satan's Tomb, that was like is our opening track, and it's kind of a very basic. Simple heavy metal song with all the right elements. We start off with a nice melodic guitar solo, and then it kicks into some, you know, intro riff, and then it's off to a little more melodic approach, I would say, through that whole song with a catchy chorus and stuff. So we felt that was a good opening song for the EP.
I'd like to thank you for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners?
You know, to every, you know, fans of, you know, Merciful Fate, the new Dennis Shermann, and fans of old school heavy metal, I really hope that we will be able to get back to the UK and have a chance to play these songs for you. Hi, this is Hank Shermann from Dennis Shermann. You are listening to the Metal Gods Meltdown.
Metal Blade Records is proud to present the triumphant return of one of heavy metal's greatest guitar duos from Merciful Fate, Michael Denner and Hank Shermann, and their new EP, Satan's Tomb. Featuring on guitars, Michael Denner, Hank Shermann, Snowy Shaw on the drums, Mark Grabowski on the bass guitar, and the vocals of Sean Peck. Once again with the new EP from Denner Shermann, Satan's Tomb, on Metal Blade Records, October 2nd, 2015.